Testing, 1, 2, and we are live. Welcome everyone to the 101st episode of the Saturday Morning Stand-Up, where we primarily talk about Splinterlands, sometimes some other Hive and play-to-earn games, but welcome. Glad to, like I said at the beginning of most of my videos, I appreciate all the time you spend with me on this video, or, watching my videos, my live stream. I got several big topics this week to talk about, as well as the big drawing that's coming up, and we'll talk about a little bit about that. As you know, if you checked out the video last week, or if you were on the live stream last week, it was the 100th episode, so I wanted to do something that I thought was going to be catchy. I'm like, I figured, what would draw people out? What would get some interest? Well, I should give away a bunch of stuff. So I came out of my pocket. I was, I think, what matched up with 100 streams. So 100 packs, right? Obviously, I'm not made of money, so I went with Chaos Legion. But I figured, hey, people could use some extra Chaos Legion cards to throw at survival mode, etc. And frankly, we'll talk about it when we get closer to the drawing. But I was expecting more of a turnout and more responses than I got. But it is what it is. So welcome everyone, and we're hanging out over here on Peak D right now because we have two big things to talk about coming up this week. But Splinterlands hasn't been loading for me. It hasn't been loading for the last hour or so. Jason B's in the channel. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. And Tarab the Bold's here. Thanks for coming. Like I said, both of you did get your entries in, so I've got you down on the entry wheel. We'll take a look at that. Like I said, I was surprised. We only had like 15 people that ended up being on the drawing. So if you did your comment on the last live stream like I had asked, then you have a pretty good chance at winning 100 packs. So I know somebody had mentioned towards the end of the last stream, what about splitting those up? Well, I had already announced I was giving away 100 packs to one person, so that's the way it is. And I was pretty clear about the directions on how to enter. Excuse me. Crypto Beavers here. Welcome. Let me know in the chat what you all want to talk about. We've got the big items, but I'm still pretty surprised that Splinterlands has been sitting here, and I've tried various things to log in, but it's just been sitting and spinning for the last hour. And I've been doing, my daily chores, but I was surprised because I wanted to get in and check things, but I didn't see anything listed on, my mic looks a little bit hot. I didn't see anybody talking about it in Discord. I did see that they had announced, let me check the tech updates. He had announced a problem with the end of survival season resets. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I wanted to talk about and kind of go in and look at my land and talk about this land 1.75, the changes coming into place. I did put out a video this last few days, I forget, talking about the changes, and we can talk about them further in this video. But as you know, I do have some land. I need to buy one more parcel. I'm at 19, and it's kind of bugging me that I'm not at 20. My mind kind of works that way. So, but we can talk about that. Tarab says, I like those odds. And Wibble's in the house. Splinterlands is back up for me. Oh, is it? Let me try. Let's try a new tab. Sometimes. Nope, still spinning for me. Obviously some behind the scenes problems. KGM Jams in the house. What's up, Ron's Dragon? Everyone, thanks for dropping by, KGM. Crypto Beaver says the new voucher card for the Tuesday update looks pretty good. Yeah, that's one of the other things we can talk about. I like it. Of course, I like dragon cards. I didn't like the last one just because I didn't like the zombie looking kind of thing, but I definitely like the look of Keelan Gaines. I haven't dove in to see how expensive it's going to be. Unfortunately, this graphic they posted, you cannot really blow it up very well. I can do this. I can increase the actual web page. I'm already at 140. That's like 200%, and it's probably all blurry on the page. But yeah, I like the look of it. And it all comes down to, I haven't bought one of these cards yet due to the overall expense. But I'm a sucker for a good dragon card. You guys know me by now. And I haven't done a video on this. A lot of the other people have. But I like the look of it. I think that if you're going to buy in, as far as my personal thoughts, level 4 would be the first initial thing I would think about, because then you pick up that extra power. Obviously at level 8 it's going to be great with the double strike, but we can talk about that a little bit. KGM says, just bought an unclaimed plot before the show and got a rare forest. Sweet. What region are you in, KGM Jam? Let me know. Jason B says, no legendary for me today, just epics. Jabby Saints is in the house. Hey. Let's go. You guys, anybody old enough to remember what show that's from? I'm showing my age here. And of course, we jump back to this page and it's way too large. But I'm pretty psyched about this. It had me thinking, and I did a video this week about the changes to land. I'm thinking about not necessarily the regular land, but the land that I have doing mining SPS and also doing research due to the updated costs. In other words, it's going to cost a lot more to do those two activities. I'm really thinking about just turning those lands off or converting them over to whatever their other standard production would be to avoid those costs at the very beginning, because we'll have to wait and see what the costs involved for the new materials are, the wood, stone, and iron, but they're going to be high. First of all, it's brand new. There's no backlog of them. Second of all, they're a lot rarer than what grain is. So, and I haven't completely made up my mind about that yet, but welcome everybody. Alex B's in the house. Are they developing land? I got a lot of research. Hey Arnold. No, it's not off of Hey Arnold. Yes, 1.75 is going live this coming Tuesday, and I did a short video on it this past week, and there is a Peak D article on it as well, explaining the changes. One of the big changes is going to be that after the downtime and patch, only research huts, castles, or keeps will be able to find totem fragments. Now, over the last 1.5 years or however long we've been claiming, I've only found a handful of fragments. So I don't know if it's going to... I mean, it's a good idea process right here. You have a research hut, and that has a possibility of finding a totem fragment. They're researching something, and then obviously they want castles or keeps to keep as much value as possible, because those people spent a lot of money on them or they got extremely lucky. But that is going to be one big change, but it's probably not going to affect most people. Although, as a lot of people are looking at this, that's going to bring the amount of fragments down, and therefore bring the overall amount of totems down. So logic would say totem prices are going up, right? So Tarab says, going to convert all but my best SPS plot to grain now. Fortunately, they are plains. Alex B takes a second guess. Fat Albert. Nope. Still wrong. Let me say it once again. Hi. Alex B says, I missed the giveaway, but congrats. We have not given it away yet, but the giveaway entries are cut off. Frankly, there are some people that I expected to enter that didn't. And I thought, I posted it over on X, I posted it in Discord. I thought I would get a lot more, a lot more entries. my goal here is, one, I wanted to celebrate the 100th episode because frankly, it's not easy keeping these going because I'm trying to generate interest, and it just seems like I really appreciate the people, you guys that stop by on a weekly basis. I can't say that enough. I really do. It's hard trying to generate interest in the game and keep this going on a weekly basis. But I do appreciate everybody that stops by to talk about it because that helps the show go along. If I had to stand here and talk for an hour, it would be like pulling teeth. But I appreciate it, and we'll give those out here in a little while. I do have the cards. I bought them last week, so. See what everybody's saying. Gathering the Magic says, good morning, all. Just got back from a walk with our dog. Beautiful day here in Michigan. It's kind of rainy and gray over here in Pennsylvania. It was nice this week, and I need to. I got a new bug shield protector to put on my new Bronco, and I wanted to put it on today, but it's raining, so I might have to wait until like Monday when it clears up. Crypto Beaver's guess is Fat Albert. No, not right in the right ballpark. Joffrey Jones says, congrats, brother. Alex B says, interest down, rates going down. Yeah, I know everything's down. But it's not just right now. It's been the last couple years. You know what I mean? But I look forward to these shows on the weekend, and I don't do them through the week because obviously I work and everything. But and I tried to do videos, and I'm covering a number of different games, so I try to do 1 or 2 videos on each game every week, and then I get to sit down and talk with you about it on the weekend. I look forward to it. So my wife and my daughter, they humor me, but they probably get tired of hearing me talk about Splinterlands and other games. So. They are standard Web 1 and Web 2 gamers, so. Jason B says, what time in Michigan now? Gathering at Magic. Wibble says, the new promo is nice, but I need Rebellion Summoners first. Yeah. The reason I haven't bought a whole lot of those, and will it load? Will it load? For those who are just dropping by, I haven't been on the Splinterlands page because I have not been able to load Splinterlands for an hour and a half now. It just continues to load, even if I cleared the cache and, etc. So that's why we're sitting over here on these channels. We can take a look at Splinter cards, take a look at the rates today. Didn't buy any SPS this week. It is down. Actually, it's up from where it was earlier in the week. DEC is doing its jog back and forth. I have been continuing to buy DEC and SPS, but I just didn't buy any SPS this week. I have a bunch of DEC staked and earning off of a service that sells cards, which I need to do a video about because I'm going for 2 months to report back before I wanted to see how it would go before I did a video and kind of got people to do it or, talked about it to see what my experience was. See what else everybody's saying in the chat. Gathering says Chaos Packs back up to around 50 cents. I guess I could check peak monsters. I usually check for land several times a day. Let's see here. This would be asset market. We have Chaos Legion at, let's see. Yeah, 47 cents. Back up. When I bought those 100 packs to give away last week, they were about 35. So spent about $36 or something or other on them. Jabby Saint says, hey, Duffman of The Simpsons. I don't know about that. And Pompey 72 comes in with the win. There's no prize for it, but good job. Must be as old as me. It's a sitcom from the 80s, late 80s, called What's Happening. And that is one of the characters was named Rerun. And whenever he came into a room, that was his greeting. So Gathering says, I need to save up to get that new voucher card. Has anybody figured out how much it's going to cost, for, say, for instance, a level 4? I haven't done the numbers yet. That's why I'm asking. I don't have a whole lot of vouchers, but I haven't spent any. I've been just accumulating them over the years. Chad Pools here says, hey, Bronze Dragon, sounds like something off Martin. A little bit does, but it's What's Happening. That's what I was referring to. And there was a sequel to that, What's Happening Now, which virtually the same characters were in it. And Jason Jenkins got it right, too. Gathering the Magic says, haven't opened my end of season yet. Anybody spend their end of season glint yet? I haven't even been able to get into the game. If end of season just occurred, this is the reason why the game's down for me. I just can't connect. Like I said, I haven't been able to connect for an hour and a half. So we'll just go back here and talk about land or something or other. Crypto Beaver says, I have extended all my daily rentals to 1 year. You can increase them by 180-day increments. So you are renting or you are renting out cards. Are you doing the renting or are you renting off people for that long? I do know that the chain's going to go in place or has gone in place for season rentals, and I'm sure that's going to affect how people approach the survival mode, which I haven't used. I just don't have enough summoners to do that. So I just have let Archmage go ahead and continue in Wild. And as far as I know, Archmage doesn't even have a bot for survival mode yet. I checked their Discord, didn't see anything about it. I do know Xbot is running a lot of bots in survival mode, though. As far as I know, it's the only big one that's open, unless you have a personal one that you're using. Joffrey Jones says Ethereum is below 2K. That's interesting buy, maybe. Bitcoin's down too. So, all us investors and I'm just talking the big coins here. I'm not talking about Splinterlands, but at a certain point, you got to ask yourself, this is like stocks, right? It's all the same kind of idea. At what point do you consider that the dip that you're going to buy, right? If you're serious about buying it. So I have been thinking about buying Bitcoin. I was buying in the time frame where it was around 35,000. I was buying it, and then I haven't bought any lately with the craziness of it up over 100,000. As far as Ethereum, I don't have a whole lot. I do have some that I mined back in the day off of my mining rigs, and it's just kind of sitting on a cold wallet. So. Not a whole lot, maybe a couple $1,000s worth. I don't know. Gathering the Magic says people keep undercutting me, trying to sell chaos with my alt. I just bought the packs to give away because it was a nice round number, 100. They were relatively cheap to buy, and I figured people could use some cards to throw at, either land or survival mode. Ike's in the house. Welcome. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending upon where you happen to be in this fine world. I appreciate you stopping by and spending time with me. We will be doing the drawing after a while that I'm sure everybody's looking forward to. Gathering says 100 vouchers per BCX, I think. So 2,500 for a level 4. So Splinter Cards says, how much are vouchers? Splinter Card says a voucher is almost 2 cents. So you can figure 2 cents per voucher. Getting my calculator up here. 0.02. And what'd you say? 2,500. So we are looking at $50 for a level 4. Okay. See, this is what happens whenever I get into buying these cards. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything. I love the card. But then I get to this point and I'm like $50 for a level 4 that's not even going to do any, I don't know if you would, if my bot would even play that at level 4. Obviously the Archmage bot or Xbot takes a while for a new card to get into the system and get up and running. I don't know. I get to this point and I'm like, do I want to spend $50 on a level 4 card? Just my personal thoughts. I like the card though. So thanks for doing the numbers on that. And I keep hoping that once in a while, whenever I come back to the page, it'll load for me, but no luck so far. Let's go back to chat. Gathering says he can get in game. Okay, I don't know. I am not able to, but I'm not going to sit there and talk about it. I can worry about that later. Hopefully, maybe I'll reboot my computer. I tried clearing the cache. I tried a new, new tab, etc. Supreme Victory Studios is here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I could not claim my end of season chests. Also, it kept saying that the system was busy. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Something going on behind the scenes. Joffrey Jones says, working for me, Brave browser. Yeah, I'm in Brave. I could try in Chrome. I think I have my, let me try in Chrome. Excuse me 1 minute. Pardon me while I whip this out. Oh, I have to log into my keychain. Sorry. This is just for the sake of trying out the login in Chrome. Got an 18 character highly mixed up password. Yeah, I'm in Chrome. Okay, so we're in Chrome. So for some reason, and I'm going to have to do a reboot, but I can't do that now. So it was not, something got stuck in Brave, but I'm in Chrome. So I am not going to leave that up there because my bookmark list is also, let's see here. I'm sorry. Okay. I just wanted to hide my bookmarks. Okay, looks like we have season end. We can go ahead and do season end. So it looks like I ended the season in Champ 3. Got 150,000 glint, and I got a bonus of 4,700 for some of the ambassador action I got going on. Go ahead and claim them. Let's see what else everybody's saying in chat. Crypto Beaver. Let's see. We need to go to Wild. Yeah, I haven't bought the pass. I'll check that out in a minute. Crypto Beaver says, I'm renting the cards, so hopefully the renters don't cancel them on me during the time frame. Okay, well, that's a long time to have cards rented out, but I would suppose that if you put your cards up for that length of time, you weren't worried about it. Like, you have a ton of cards to rent out. So hopefully, yeah, that's one of the things about renting that I didn't like, is that people could pull the rentals, But and there's a lot more to renting cards these days than what it used to be. I haven't rented out cards in a while. Once in a while, I'll rent a card that I'm thinking about buying and have it play in my deck for like 7 days and see how it performs. I think the last one I did was let's go to neutral and legendary. Okay, the last one I actually rented was Dr. Blight. I had rented it for like 2 weeks, and I was considering it. Obviously, it's a great card, but I wanted to see how it played with my deck, right? Before I bought it. So, what are they going for now? Wow. You can get a level 4 Dr. Blight for under $100. I think I spent about $100 on mine. Such a great card. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying. Gathering says, when 1.75 goes live, grain farms will change to the appropriate terrain type, but can we change research plots to other buildings, or will we pay for it? I'm guessing that since it was not stated, that we will have to pay for it. If you want to change your buildings around, of course you can, but you're going to have to pay to change that building around. And you're going to have to build a new one, basically. I have not looked at the price involved, obviously the price of the new building, but is there any price to demolish the old one? I don't know. But since it wasn't specifically listed, all it says is that the auto conversions of, so for instance, if you've got a forest, it's going to auto, and you're growing grain on it, it's going to auto convert from a grain farm to whatever the forest growing wood is. I don't know if they say that, but anyway, you get the idea. They didn't say anything specifically about auto converting SPS because you're still going to be able to grow mine SPS and do research. And it's just going to be a lot more expensive. You're going to have to pay the extra rates to do that. So, excuse me. KGM Jam says it's also working on the Chromebook. Joffrey Jones says, did you or are you trying out RavenQuest? Yeah, I did a video on it a few days ago. I'm pretty psyched about it. In fact, I was playing it last night. I tried to play it just to kind of veer off topic a little bit. I'm going to be doing more videos on it. Yesterday it went live, and they like any other MMO in history that goes live, they have a bunch of problems with logging on. It took several hours, but even last night I was playing for about an hour and a half, and I got kicked off. I mean, not just kicked off the server, the login server type error that you get. The whole application just quit on me and I had to relaunch. So after about 10:15, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to bed. I'll try it tomorrow. So I'll probably be playing it later on today. Gathering the Magic says, I signed up for RavenQuest but can't get the game to launch. It should launch today. I haven't played it yet today. It went live at 1 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, and they had a whole series of problems with people logging on. It's just like most other MMOs over the last 20 years I've been involved with. I just didn't even want to try. Of course, I was working during the day anyway, so I didn't have time, but I just didn't even want to fool with it because people were just, I see people bitching and crying in Discord, and I'm like, it's the first day. I mean, login server got crushed, literally. They had to bring up a bunch. They didn't expect all the people they got logged in. I mean, 20,000 plus people logging in. And in this game, I don't want to get off. I still want to talk about Splinterlands, but they only have 4,000 lands. 4,000 lands to 20,000 plus players, whatever the number is. Those went fast. I wish I could have got one, but I'm checking out the secondary market on that. Let's see here. Aaron B says, I have a feeling that my grain farms and castle taxes are going to fund most of my future card purchases. Nice, if you can make that much. Yeah, I would expect with the castle, the cost of the castles. I don't even know what a castle's going for these days. Let's look on the market. Well, let's look over in... wrong game. Here we go. Okay, let's look up land market. I haven't looked at castles in a long time because I knew I don't have enough money for them. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So it looks like there's 3 castles up for sale around the $8,000 range, between $7,900 and $8,800. So, well, all I can say to the people that bought castles or got lucky and got castles, I surely hope you can make your money off of them. Because I hate to see people that put a big amount of money into something like Splinterlands and then just make pennies on it, you know. So, but good luck. I hope that you can accumulate off of your investment there. And Aaron B goes on to say that he already claimed his end of season rewards. Yeah, I got my rewards. I ended up being able to log in Chrome. So I've got 732,000 glint that needs spent. I need to go ahead and get my wild pass again. I don't even know. I haven't maxed out my cards yet, so I'll still be working on my cards. I'm almost maxed out on my commons. And of course, I need some more epics and some more legendaries. I bought a few chests last time around. Didn't do too bad, but didn't get anything awesome. Wish they would add some extra, you know, add something new to the shop like they say they were going to do, you know. I mean, the last thing they added were the gold foils, which are kind of cool, but I've never used my glint on gold foils. And I wish they would replace these exclusives down here with something cool, like you know what we talked about in the past, like a special card or some more titles or something rather, you know. Aaron B says I'm a landhead. Yeah, that just kind of came out in that game, in that video. I call everybody that plays Splinterlands Splinterheads, and that referral kind of just came out, landheads. Feel free to make fun of it. Beaker says, hi Bronze, just claimed season end and spent the glint already. Well, I'll probably end up buying some cards. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. Wish I could save up and buy a title, but I still need to max out my cards. I still think this is a good set of cards for the most part. Obviously, my epics I think the epics are the best part of this set. Although I wouldn't mind having, let's go to the right Rebellion rewards. Okay. These are the legendaries. I wouldn't mind maxing out my legendaries as well, because who wouldn't? I need to max out the Surly Drunk just because. Beaker says, how far are you with the Rebellion Soulbound? Well, you can see here, we're over here on the legendary, you know, level 2, 3. Some of them are still level 1. My epics, which I concentrated on for quite a while, are a lot higher, level 4 and mostly 5. I love Olivia Brooke. I love Thanalorian Blade, Shock Trooper in some instances. Halfling Refugee is great. Most of these are great, right? Let's face it. Arachne Weaver is a beast. Night Reaper in some instances is great. Don't use Kazi Conjurer too much, but in some situations would be great. And that's what the epics are for. They're supposed to be great cards in certain situations, right? My rares, just because you ask, are all about 5, 6 level. There's one that's level 7. Love Commander Slade. Out of this group, I love Slade. I love Quilliam Legionary. You know what I'll do a lot is I'll back up like Commander Slade, or I'll back up whatever tank I'm using with the Quillian Legionary, because when the Legionary moves into the first place, he can automatically tank there. He has a little bit of shield, which will absorb, in most cases, 1 hit, and then has a very good amount of life. Of course, it does cost 8 mana, so we're talking higher mana matches here. I like Janny Rebel, Dark Arborist, Dragon Egg Forager. I need to come up with a good use for him, but I like cards with opportunity or sneak. And then my commons are almost maxed out, level 9. So, you know, almost there. Okay, let's go back into chat. Let's see here. KGM Jam says that's a great strategy on renting the cards and trying them out, and probably a good video on the results. Yeah, that's been what the cheaper cards, not so much, but the more expensive cards, you're looking at a really expensive card. Like I've rented Lux a few times, right? Let's go to the market and clear this, and Lux is easy to find because you can just go summoners and neutral. And why did that not? Oh, Rebellion is still selected. Okay. $370. I slept on this. I was waiting for it to come down below 200 and I was going to grab one. Well, one of two things happened. Either some of the big dogs grabbed up a few of them, or somebody grabbed a couple and repriced them from around 210, 215. I forget. It was right around 210, 215 for several weeks. And I was like, when it comes below 200, I'm going to buy one. Never happened. But I've rented it out several times. And when I do rent it out, my account, Archmage, just uses it like 75% of the time. Beaker says, played RavenQuest for 5 minutes. Now, RavenQuest is not one of those really easy games to pick up. It's a very deep game. It's not, it is old school graphics, but it's, as far as character depth and how they actually plugged the Web3 into the game, was very thoughtful and not just like slapped on the game, right? So look for some more videos from me on that as soon as I can get in and play the game. I plan on playing it later today. Let's go back to play. Gathering says, I get a launch error for RavenQuest. VC runtime 140 error. Well, what I would do is I would go into the Reddit, and they have a way, I forget right off, but they have a way where you can open up a ticket. Before that, I would try, and this is just the IT guy in me, I would try uninstalling the client and downloading the client and trying that before you put in a ticket, but then I would put in a ticket. Aaron B says it's 50 time crystals to switch resource on a plat. Okay, so it only costs 50 time crystals to switch a resource. Do you have to go ahead and build the building again? Like pay for the building? Gathering says the same prices as last week for castles. Yeah, I imagine that they don't change too much. Although I can remember back in, going back a little bit, castles were, $20,000 and that. Tarab says just have legendaries and one rare to max out now. So you've been doing pretty good on getting them up to max level. Gathering says if there's nothing you want in the Glint store, save up. Eventually there will be cool new items, maybe new titles. Yeah, eventually. I still need to max out my cards. It's just, I guess, not exciting. I mean, for the most part, the cards offer very good value for play purposes, right? So that's what I'm going at. And I'm not going to be maxed out anytime soon, so I'll just be buying them. And whenever I get one set, commons maxed out, then I'll concentrate on the others. But I need to get the epics maxed out first, and then I'll probably work on legendaries and then downfill the rest. But legendaries are so expensive to buy that I've just been biting them off a little bit at a time. So, but they're legendary, right? But it's surprised me that we could have this discussion. That to me, I would argue that for most play, the epics in this set are better play cards than the legendaries. Anybody want to light a fire into that, or feel like approaching that fire with a fire extinguisher? Gathering says, still need to work on my gold foil rare rewards and any legendaries I can get. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't want to say I don't have any. Any of the gold foils I got just on accident, on luck, I guess would be the call. Let's see here. Okay, so these are the gold foils I have, and I have not combined any of them. Thanks everybody for dropping by. We're getting ready to do the drawing, but these are the gold foils I have. Most of them are. Oh, there's an epic. Let's see. Let's separate. So these are the common gold foils, which is all of them. I have a few copies of each. Looks like I might be missing one of the rares. Have a few of the epics, not near all of them. And the legendaries, no legendary gold foils. So Beaker says, same for me at Tarab's comment. 3 more rare units than the legendaries. Nice. Yeah, I think there's some people at the top end that have already finished their set and everything and are just accumulating glint at this point, So obviously we'll be going into another set at a certain point, and they announced that, let's go back here. They announced that this guy will be the last of the Rebellion set. He will be the last voucher card from the Rebellion set. Everything going forward from here will be the new set. So still thinking about whether I want to spend $50 on a level 4 this guy. He looks ultra cool though. Let's see what he's got at level 4. That represents 25 cards, which if you buy 25 cards, then you get a free gold foil, I believe. Am I wrong? Let's see here. I don't want to. Let's go shop. Let's go exclusive. This is still the old one, but purchase 25 cards at once to get a gold. Oh, okay, so if you do the $50 and get a level 4, basically, you get enough BCX for a level 4. If you get all standard foil. What happens if one of those 25 is a gold foil, then you end up having to buy another one to combine. Either way, if you buy 25, you get a free gold foil. So $50 or, so either way, I mean, it would be a good thing to happen. It's just you would have to end up buying an extra BCX. Tarab says Halfling Refugee is my all-time favorite. It's a great card. It is a great card. And it's unassuming too, right? Let's go back to the items and go back to regular foil and epic. Okay, so this is a very unassuming card. It does not look fancy. It does not look like anything out of the normal until you consider that you're getting all of this or this at level 4 for 1 mana. That's what it makes it so great. Now, the weary, you have to consider that, but I've found that it's the pros of the card far outweigh the minuses, right? So it's a great card. I agree. And it's a neutral, so you can use it with basically most hands unless you get the no neutrals rule set. Gathering says Lux was 180 to 225 for a long time. The problem is that every time I looked at it, it was a little bit over 200, and I kept telling myself that when it sinks below 200 and I see it exactly right, I'm going to jump on it. $160 right at Christmas time was the low. Yeah. Hindsight is always 20/20, my friend. But there's so many cards in this game. There'd be so many cards. That's the name of the game, right? They make money off of putting cards out, right? In most cases. But you can't afford to have them all unless you're ultra rich or making poor financial decisions. So Jabby Saint says, I got 3 maxed out epic cards by just pure gaming. Nice. Tarab says, only costs time crystals if you don't want to wait 24 hours. Okay. Well, if I end up doing that, I'll put it in a video because I do need to put together some videos on, I'll put together at least a video on what I end up doing for my land. So I'm still considering it, frankly. I put out a video on, the details of the changes coming in, but I haven't, frankly, made up my mind. I also said, the other side of that is, with the SPS, people are deciding now, well, do I pay the extra? If I pay the extra, there's going to be a lot of people shut off their SPS mines due to the cost of SPS. If you stick with it and pay the extra, there will be a lot larger portion of the SPS pool for you. So, there are arguments both ways, right? So Paul Taylor's here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. You don't have to spend 50 time crystals. You can just wait 24 hours for the site to change. This is good to know. This is frankly probably something we talked about way back when we talked about the white paper, but I haven't looked at it in quite a while. And I will take Paul and whoever's word on it for reference. Obviously, when I go to change things around, I'll do a video and take Paul's word on it. Jason B says, did you try Swords of Blood? I did not yet. I looked it up and have not. Frankly, it's this, don't have enough time to do everything. It looks cool. I agree, it looks cool. And I do like top-down ARPGs like Diablo, so it definitely is still on my list. I kept the link for it. Okay, it's about 1:15, so let's go ahead and do what everybody has been waiting on. We will do the wheel. Now, frankly, I was kind of sad that we didn't have more than 15 people enter the, do the instructions that I had said for the last video. Now, you will see a listing of all the people here. Oh, let me get my head out of the way. Voila. Okay. Okay, so once again, this should be a little bit clearer. These are the people that entered. You will also see that some people who are members of the channel, which I announced, get multiple entries just for supporting the channel, right? So I was very clear about how to enter the contest. So we'll go ahead and spin this. Let's see. I was surprised. There were some people that left comments on the video, but it was past the cutoff date and and cutoff time, and I was very clear about it. And there's some people that didn't reply to the video, and so their name didn't get added. So sorry, I wanted to be very clear about what it took to enter the contest, and I thought I did that. So okay, let's go ahead and do a couple shuffles here. And here we go. Everybody cross your fingers. Whoever wins, I'm going to need to verify your Hive name or your in-game Splinterlands name. Here it goes. Cross your fingers. And either way, it's Gathering the Magic. Congratulations. Gathering the Magic wins the 100 packs. And Gathering has done a lot to support Splinterlands over the years, and I've been glad to be acquainted with him, and he's kept his channel going, so I'm glad that this is going to a well-deserving person. Congratulations, Gathering Magic. Let me know in the comments what account you want these 100 packs sent to. And also, thanks Gathering for being one of the first persons to join my channel and support it. A lot of congrats coming in the chat. We'll go back and address some of the other chat discussion. Gathering says, do 5 more spins and give 20 to each person. Oh, wow. Gathering is going to... now, Gathering, do you want me to take your name off the spins, or you want me to leave your name on there? It looks like Gathering wants to go ahead and donate the cards back to be given out to everybody. So I'm assuming that if you want me to give them out to everybody, to go ahead and remove your name. Okay, we'll remove. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Do a few shuffles here. And I'll remove the other instances of Gathering. Okay, Gathering goes on to say, this is a fantastic community. Enjoy the packs to the winners. Okay, so we'll do 5 more. And you can only win once, and then each winner gets 20 packs. Okay, first one, and I've got to get a notepad up here to keep names. Congratulations, Jason B. Jason, I will need the account you want this sent to, and we will remove Jason B. Jason B, what's your account that you want this sent to? Okay, and I will send these out after the show. Okay, next up, let's do a few shuffles. Okay, and let's roll it. Tear up the bowl. Oh, no, Crypto Beaver. Buy a hair. I was about to call that, but it wasn't. Crypto Beaver, what account do you want these 20 packs sent to? Once again, I need an answer from the Beaver. Okay. Let's do shuffle. Next up, still waiting on your name, your game name, Crypto Beaver. Okay, it is Crypto Beaver. Gundam Buster. Is Gundam Buster in the house? Gundam Buster, if you're here, I need to know your in-game name. Okay. Sorry, Tarab. It was by a hair. Okay. This will be the 4th spin. Looks like My Financial Journey. Congratulations. Okay. Gundam Buster's in-game name is Ghost1441. Got it. My financial journey. I need to know the account you want your card packs sent to. And we'll remove you. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, last drawing for 20 packs. Let's do it. Enigma code, a lot. This is like 2 drawings. It was right on the line. Okay, last drawing goes to Enigma code. I will need your in-game name. And Gundam Buster. Okay, okay, I put that is. I need my financial journey's in-game name. And Enigma code's in-game name. Thanks everybody for dropping by. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the time when you watch a video, leave a comment, hit that thumbs up button. I know you get tired of everybody saying it, but that's how we do it on YouTube, and it helps the channel come along and just trying to generate interest, right? Still waiting on my financial journey and Enigma code's in-game name. Did they already drop off? Okay. Well, we'll just have to wait. If they don't get back to me by next week, we'll give them away to somebody else. Okay, wrapping up. Let's see. Jason B says, I will make a video when I open the Chaos Pack so I can shout out you to Bronze Dragon and you Gathering. Thank you both. Well, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channels. I appreciate that as well. Gathering the Magic says, wonder when the new reward cards for CA will start. Haven't heard a mention of that, and I'm sure that they want to get the regular set out first before they even talk about the rewards cards. Beaker says, how about CA? You are going to buy packs, singles? I'm going to buy some packs, but I'm not going to go overboard. Wibble says, if anyone rents SPS, there are only 3 bids up at the moment. You got a bid matched in under an hour. Aaron B says, I had a Fire Magic Plains plot. I ran it as an SPS plot for a while and then changed it to green. It cost me 50 time crystals when I did. Okay. I'll take you guys' word for it. I just haven't looked at it. Jabby Saint says, I'm afraid Weary Debilitation will get revamped in the future if it's sometimes negligible, as if the card always attacks. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the end of the show today. I'm still waiting on my financial journey and Enigma code to send me their in-game name. If you're watching this on a replay, please put it in, either ping me in Discord or put it in the notes or the comments section of this video so I can send out the cards. Otherwise, a great big thank you and congratulations to Gathering the Magic, who won the contest and then in turn gave the cards away. So we had a good chat, and once again, this all in celebration of more than 2 years of Saturday morning stand-ups here on the channel. So as always, I appreciate everybody coming by, and you know, I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And as always, I'll see you in Splinterlands.